see, now, I told you guys, just based on the weather alone, how hot it was, that it was probably gonna rain today, and it just poured down for like 5 minutes, but I knew it was gonna pour down. But I'm busy now sifting through the soil, getting my worms and my worm eggs and placing them in there. And in the end, I'm going to show you guys just how many worms will be in that little pile of dirt down there that you see on that brown piece of cardboard. I'll be back with you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, I'm down to the final hour. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, you guys can see it. All right, guys, I hope you can hear me. I'm a little tired. I'm at the end of the process, folks, and at the bottom was a bunch of soldier fly larvae. This is the last pile I'm getting. Now, I've been out here pretty much all day. It literally took hours for me to do this. Hours and hours. I told you it was a long process the way I do it. But these soldier fly larvae made it even longer. Made it way longer. There was a lot of them in there, in my soil. Just as many as worms. I might have had a little bit more worms, but they literally ate my worms out of a house and home. So my worms are happy again because they're in there without these guys. I sifted through all of this worm castings basically by hand, and that's why it took so long. But I'm at the bottom now, and this coconut cord expands so much, it gives you so much of the stuff. You think you have a little bit, but you actually have a lot. So yeah, an all-day job. And I had something else I wanted to do today, but I couldn't get around to it because this literally took the whole day. I hope you guys enjoy it. I worked hard making the video. I couldn't have, there's no way I could have taken you along with me all day. My battery would have died a long time ago. So I just got down to the last part of the work, and I said, let me bring them back in now so they can see what I've been doing all day. And you guys might say, he is crazy for doing all of that work. Like, geez, he literally picked all of those larvae out by hand. Yep, I sure did. And I still have worms in here in this last batch as well. It's still worms. Being that I don't want any soldier fly in my worm bin, I had to go by hand. And these new castings I'm just gonna use right in my new garden, my fall garden. These are gonna be part of the soil in it. It's gonna feed my plants well, and I should get some good harvest out of it because this soil has been getting nourished and fortified for months, like I said. So it's real good soil, no doubt about that. So yeah, that's what's going on, guys. Once I finish this, I'm going in the house, jump in the shower, edit this video, and go go from there. I mean, if you let those soldier flies, man, if you let them get in your worm bin, you could put lime in there to get them out. That'll kill them off. But I didn't want to do that because I don't want to do anything to harm my worms. So I didn't want to put any lime or anything like that. Even though you can put lime, and lime is said to kill them. So you can put lime if you want. If you don't want to go through the process that I went through to get them out. But trust me, if you don't want them in there, you better hurry up and do something to get them out, because they multiply. They lay thousands of eggs, literally thousands, no lie. They were eating up all of my worms' food. The food that I was putting in there for the worms, the soldier flies were eating it. So I'm glad to have gotten this over with and got it out of the way, because they will eat you out of a house and a home. I guarantee my worms are much more happier now than they were yesterday and day before. And day before that. These soldier flies was going ham, taking over their bin. And they're so tough that the worms literally can't do anything to them. But cohabitate with them. That's pretty much all they can do. They can't kill them. They wanted in and they got in. But I wanted out. And they got out. It's the last part of the process right here. Getting the last part of them out. Now, if I catch them back, trying to come back in and do it all over again, I'll put a little lime in there that time. I won't allow them to do what they did this time. I'm gonna put some lime in there on them because they don't like lime. I know because I've done it before in my compost bin. Yes, I have a compost bin. And they love to get inside there because it's humid. And they can stand those rough temperatures, like these South Florida temperatures. These soldier flies can withstand it. They have no problem thriving in that environment. So lime is the trick. Like I said, some people say that the soldier fly larvae is good, for nourishing your soil. Say you got a gold mine when you get the soldier flies. I don't want them. I'll stick with the worms. I'll stick with my trusty earthworms. They do the job just fine, and they've been laying eggs and having babies. I trust earthworms just fine. I can deal with them. I'll let the other guys deal with these soldier flies if they want. They can have them all. And like I said, this hurricane was supposed to come, and people got all up in arms and disarray, just like they wanted them to. And spent up all their money in the store. I was like, not me. I mean, I went in the store to grab some bread, and the whole shelf was clean Saturday night. I was like, what in the world is going on? And my wife had told me, she was like, when you go in there, I guarantee you're not going to find any bread because of this hurricane. I was like, nah, they shouldn't be acting like that, should they? And sure enough, not only was the bread clean, but every other aisle. Everything else was clean. I just turned around and walked back out of the store. I was like, these people, like, they let these reporters and these weather forecasters fool them every time. Every time. Nothing ever happens. But they fall for it on every occasion. I always say it's Christmas, summertime. This is the summertime Christmas right here. False alarm for the hurricanes. Summertime Christmas. Whenever they want your money in the summertime, all they do is tell you guys it's gonna come and it's gonna hit the southeastern coast of Florida, and they know that's where most of Florida's money is, like from Miami to West Palm, the Palm Beach. So they tell you, oh, the hurricane is gonna hit, be ready, do this. Man, the gas stations, people just lose their minds. I've seen it so many countless times. I told my wife, I was like, that hurricane won't even touch Florida. It won't even come out of, it's not gonna even make landfall. I told her plain as day. And sure enough, it's like a regular day. It's a little bit of wind, and that's it. Regular day. Nothing else. Nothing to it. Little wind. And that's all. And we lose our minds. I mean, Floridians should know by now. Like, I can understand tourists or something like that, but people that have been living in South Florida all their lives, they should know better by now. They should absolutely know better, because they do this every year, every couple years, every 2 or 3 years. They'll do this and have people going and spending up all their money, all of their rainy day money on a hurricane that's not gonna hit. And we do it every time. Fall for it. Just like the little boy who cried wolf. I guess people say I'd rather be safe than sorry, guys. I don't wanna not be ready and then it hits. Yeah, I get it. And then they make out like it's just gonna be the worst hurricane ever. It's gonna be another Andrew. It's good. It's this. It's that. The hurricane never even came on land. Andrew came across and did terrible damage, of course. But man, these few little hurricanes, like the past few years, they've been talking about these hurricanes. They're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. Yeah. Hurricane missed South Florida altogether. Straight out miss it. But what do? Sit in line at the gas stations, fight and argue over gas and all kind of silly stuff. You know, and they know it. They know we're gonna do that. They know it. They already have us programmed. Like, yep, here we go. We got them, guys. They getting ready to do. They getting ready to go ballistic. We got them, and they do it. So I'm putting this in here in this bin. This is gonna be my black gold. Yes, indeed. Once I get all of these freaking soldier fly larvae out of it, believe me, there's still plenty of them in there. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it is many. Still, I didn't even think it was this many in here. I need a real good 1/4 inch mesh sifter, because my other sifter, the mesh is 3/8, it's too big. Like, they fall right through it. They literally fall through it. But I'm gonna try to make this be the last time they do this. They've never done it before. I've had my bin for over 3 years and they've never gotten in it. I don't know what happened this summer. They must have scouted around or something and then got in and found it. They found the top bin because that's where they were at first. And then the next thing you know, something told me, check the bottom bin. And as soon as I checked the bottom bin, my goodness, it was more of them in the bottom than it was in the top. So they had gotten smart. When I removed them all from out of the top bin, they went to the bottom bin. They got smart on me. And they laid their eggs there. So I'm putting them all in that cup. At the end of this video, at the end of this process, I'm gonna show you. And that's not even all of them. I threw some of them, just threw them away, threw them out in the grass. And then I was like, you know what? Let me save some of them to show my viewers in a cup. Even though I don't have that many viewers yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna stop and keep this channel growing. I mean, I try to make videos every week. Try to get the channel growing. Let's see what happens. The Most High will that it grows, it'll grow. All I can do is make the videos and put them up. I got some faithful viewers though already. Emily and a couple more, I believe. If you guys want, you can give me some tips on what I should do, and like, what do you think I need to do? Like, what differently do I need to do, if anything? I'm open to suggestions.